Hello everyone, welcome back to the Cartel channel. We are here with him, the top 8 duelist, Daniel Moody. How are you feeling right now?
Mixed emotions, knowing I was one win away from securing an all-expenses paid trip to Japan for Worlds, but my hands, game 2 and 3, let me down on feature unfortunately and couldn't quite push through. I had 2 Terminus as my only starters in game 3 and 8 double Ash and then Callby for my draw, so I guess it wasn't meant to be, but I came here today hoping to achieve day 2 this weekend and we went way above and beyond that, so I can't be mad at all about it.
Yeah. And as we can see in front of you here, you got plenty of support for your troubles.
Spoils of war.
Yep. So we'll start at the start of the trip. So what was the deck choice for this weekend?
So as you can see here, we started this weekend Elfnote. We'll go through the deck profile, but I guess we'll give a quick Swiss rundown. I don't have my matchups to hand, but I finished second after Swiss. I was 13 and 2 after Swiss, which was unimaginable. I don't know how I done that, but this deck has really good matchups into a lot of the meta decks. Breaker decks, you just start ripping their hand. You have, as you can see, Secret Village to turn off their spell for traps. You have so much versatility in your extra deck that you can adapt to most situations, and I think the deck was just happened to be the right deck, the right build to get through my profile, or get through my matchups. So we'll go through the main deck first.
Yeah, let's get into it.
So the Elfnote names are pretty standard, so 3 Lucina, 3 Tinia, 3 Regina, 1 Fortuna, 2 Patron. Maybe the only difference from some lists, I was on 2 Welcome Home. This is still on the clapback. If something does happen on your board and you lose a lot of your follow-up, Special Tinia, they normally don't interact with it because they think they can rid of Welcome Home. Effect, get this, and now you have access to your engine again. And the 1 trap. These cards are incredible at accessing what they need to access from the extra deck. If I'd seen one of these in game 3 of the top 8, I had Secret Village, I had Draw, I had Veiler, Terminus. If one of the Terminus is one of these, I win on this. So these are the best cards in the deck. It's just a matter of trying to get through them and having a diverse combination of them so you can push. The other sub-engine I play is the Power Patron sub-engine, so we're on 3 Terminus, 2 Medius, 1 Pedolium, and then 1 of the Ginaldo. This engine's good, it helps push it into boards. With the new June Pride, the Noble Summon, you kind of want to give it to the Power Patrons, the Medius these days, in case something happens. 2 Ginaldo's tempting to draw more cards, and having draw 2 in your turn, draw 2 in their turn, both adding follow-up is quite nice, but in the end I kind of decided it was more win more than necessary, so we're trying to streamline the deck and give us some more non-engine to push in the boards.
As we'll see in the extra deck, there's another option for drawing as well.
Yes, we will get there. So the rest of this is the non-engine. So we're on 3 Fubulos, 3 Ash, 3 Bell, 3 Harmonia, 2 Ogres, 2 Veilers. So this is 16 hand traps, 3 side, which is about as much as I think I could push a 40 card deck without really hurting the consistency. These 2 cards weren't the best into every matchup, so I didn't want to chip in on them too much. I just wanted to have a nice sprinkling of them in the matchups where they were relevant. Pretty much every card here did its job when I needed to. Bell was crazy all weekend. Ogre was fine, wasn't amazing. Ash and Harmonia were just crazy. And didn't see Veiler all that much apart from game 3 in the feature match, which will haunt me for the rest of my life.
And you have a nice shiny one there to replace it.
Yeah, think about that. The last 2 cards in the main deck are defensive cards to help beat Droll, Fubulos, Borrelia. Just, if I resolve my combo, I win the game. It's not even close most times. I think my die rolls on day 1, I was 4 out of 9 and went 8-1 day 1, and then I was something like 3-3 die rolls day 2 and I went 6-1 or 5-1. So the deck goes second surprisingly well, and it's helped by the new June Pride card. This card allows you to dodge interaction on either your power patron or your monster in the middle. And if you set up the Welcome Home with the June Pride in the middle before you attempt to activate the effect, Fall of the Virtuous, Ogre, none of them do anything. This card is resolving and you can't stop it. And a lot of people were Harmonia my Streletsia going, phew, that's gone. Okay, here's a June Pride, I'll get it back. And then we can just continue to combo. Yeah. The other Elfnote Synchro, Streletsia. Combo piece, not really much else to say. The other import piece we have is the If I Don't Dragster. The card's crazy. I had Dragster in the middle of Welcome Home, getting targeted by Fall of the Virtuous. People were just misplaying, trying to sequence through the layered interruptions that this board puts up. The card that probably overperformed this weekend was TG Hyper Librarian. This card is accessible through either Medius or a Streletsia line, so we can get the Hyper Librarian up and we draw about 3 to 4 on my turn, plus the Ginaldo draws, which is about 6. And then if we end on the XL, we can XL out the Stardust Dragon, and then we have options. Either we can make Omega on the opponent's turn, make Crystowing on the opponent's turn, or the card that Rulad did not like to see coming, Chaos Angel. I was making an unaffected Light and Dark Chaos Angel, and I had people targeting the Stardust Dragon with Psychic Again Punisher, I had people trying to Albaz my unaffected monsters. I had an unaffected Streletsia and Stardust at the point. Guy acted Albaz, I was like, sure, doesn't do anything. A couple cards to help go on second. The Genora, if you get the Ginaldo on field, to try and dark roller the board. It didn't really come up this weekend. The Fabled comes up every now and then. It's really good in the kill chain matchup. If you don't have to go through the June Pride line, you can use the Patron effect to make the Visible as your 10. Tech and negate the body is pretty strong in that matchup.
Yeah.
And the MVP all day, all weekend for going second, the Black Rose Dragon. This card challenges entire boards by itself, chain blocked by the Patron search. People were comfortable with their interactions they had, and I think this got Solemn Warning once, and every other time resolved, apart from one time where I got Veil or doing it just an interaction.
Yeah.
And then the last remaining cards are, I guess, by utility, the SP. Some of your starts, if you get interacted with on a Medius, on a Lucina, you can link them off into SP, clear middle zone, and just continue to play with Latinia or whatever's in hand. And then the last 2 cards in the deck are my Harmonia targets. You could probably have accommodated a pack bit in here with the TG draws, but sometimes your hand advantage doesn't allow that, and your TG draws, you only want to discard them if they're for some reason duplicates of engine, but a lot of the time they're just hand traps. I was passing turn with 8 cards in hand, having to discard cards and keep 5 unique hand traps, 1 piece of follow-up, and my opponent's engine was checked by the hand, never mind the board. Side deck was Secret Village. The best thing about this card was it allows me to go second game 1, grind as much as I possibly can with the deck. When I eventually lose it, I'll go game 2, side this in, combo for 5-6 minutes, activate Secret Village, and they will scoop on the spot. And now we're in a game 3 that I maybe had no right to be in to begin with. So this allows me, this single-handedly got me into game 3s that I should not have been in.
And with the TG Hyper Librarian and your patron draws, you're digging 68 cards deep into the deck to try and find it.
After thinning the deck as well. And TG is also a spellcaster, so that comes up. The other kind of going first card I was using was Droll. I expected Sloth to be quite popular this weekend, so I thought if I draw on res of a Sloth, when I go first, that means any other card they've added to searches in their hand is dead, or if I draw on the first search, the Sloth in their hand now doesn't work. So I was respecting the fact that if I go combo and someone can resolve a Sloth against me, they are drawing 10 cards. So this allows me to sort of fix
mitigate the damage a bit.
And then my going second options, Sloth.
Yep.
This card was great. It was being able to draw even 2-3 cards and put the Godforsaken Trap back in my deck so I can search it out later on, or just identify 3 diverse pushes from my hand into their board, along with maybe a Harmonia or a Droplet, which will be in the side deck, to push through what engine I had left was great. And then the droplets, these are just generic go on second cards to try and find off sloth to help break the board. So I was trying to find either ogres, bells, droplets most of the time, harmonia going second off the sloth to help push. One duster, just again find it off sloth and help break the solemns, the favs, and just make it a bit easier to push. And then for signing patterns, I was on 2 Purlia. I couldn't accommodate 3 Purlia and 2 sloth in most of my patterns, so it was fine. I didn't draw it very much. I drew it against Danilo, and I don't know, it was one of the other guys, or another player. He called by my Purlia, I resolved draw, and he was not happy with that. And then the last 3 cards in my side deck, Magnet. I think I drew it this weekend. I went in a lot of the times I wanted more harmonic access to try and get it, but I don't think I drew it. And then the last 2 cards were Lava Golems. Didn't go in every matchup, but in my round 9, day 1, I played pure Power Patron, or it was Power Patron Archmage, and he ended on Verudrus, Finmel, and non-finito with the trap set. I Lava Golem over the Verudrus, non-finito turned off 2 Omni-Negates, and then Sloth into Droplet for the Finmel, and was able to push through and nearly kill and just wipe most of the follow-up. And again, that Sloth allowed me to find the engine required at that point. Yeah. And then I had to be very quick and clinical with that to force the concession going close to time. So, big shout out to all my opponents this weekend as well. I didn't really have any issues with most people. Everyone was really dead on, really nice. And this is beyond my wildest dreams. This happened, this is amazing. But obviously I want to shout out our new sponsors for the team, Kong's Cards. They helped support getting us here. And then the rest of the Cartel team, we have Jared, Matthew and Peter Neeson here with us for all the testing, the help, the advice, and Ray as well, who is back at home with heat stroke after being outside all day. But everyone, even back at home, Story, Jamie, Jack, Brady, Michael, like everyone chipped in a little at least. Like this is a result of a group effort, and this came from everyone's hard work and dedication. I'm just glad that whether it was me or not, I didn't care. One of us got it, and it's just great.
Yeah, so, it's been the combination of months of testing, coming off the back of OTS's regionals, Irish Nats, leading all the way to here. And when the chips were down, the man performed, and he's reaped the spoils for it.
So we're gonna end our deck profile. We're gonna open the day 2 pack. Let's see what we get. If I can open this without damaging the card would be the other thing. We got the back of it. So I think the best pull in the day 2 pack is the stamped blue eyes, but I would also take a Desires or a Wave Hiking Caesar. And we have Cyberdragon. That's pretty cool. We take that, and then obviously all of our other prize cards and stuff as well. And we have a complete set of Burst Protocol and a complete set of Blazing Dominion, minus the Starlights because that's only the code 4. Yep. But yeah. Thanks everyone for all the support on the videos. Thanks for tuning in, and I hope to see you on the next talk.
Thank you.